Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an incredible story like this one. Asterisk, it was supposed to be a night of celebration. A milestone in their marriage, 25 years of love and commitment. But for Lily, it turned out to be the beginning of a nightmare. Lily had always believed in the fairy tale of her marriage to Adam. They had built a life together. A beautiful apartment in the heart of the city, vacations, shared memories. But that night, everything changed. The anniversary party was in full swing. The laughter, the clinking of glasses, the familiar faces of friends and family. Lily had spent days preparing for this moment, expecting to celebrate, to reflect on the love they had shared over the years. But as the evening wore on, something felt off as the guests gathered for the toast. Adam stood up. He was calm, collected, but there was an underlying tension in the air that only Lily could sense. He smiled at the crowd and, with a strange finality, began to speak. After 25 years, I've come to realize something, he said, his voice firm, a note of coldness creeping in. I need more. I need someone younger. Lily froze. The room seemed to fall away, and time slowed to a crawl. The words hit her like a slap, hard and unforgiving. Adam's smile remained in place, but Lily could feel the weight of his announcement suffocating her. I've met someone else, Adam continued. I'm done. This marriage is over. You need to leave the apartment by tomorrow. Lily's heart hammered in her chest, but she didn't react. Not yet. She didn't shout. She didn't cry. She simply stood there, feeling the eyes of their guests on her. The judgment, the pity. But what no one knew was that she wasn't as surprised as they thought. Lily had been picking up on subtle clues, unexplained absences, hushed phone calls, the sudden affection that didn't feel genuine. She'd been suspecting for some time that Adam wasn't the man she thought he was. But hearing the words spoken aloud still shattered her. Later that night, as the party continued downstairs, Lily couldn't sleep. She lay in bed, listening to the muffled sounds from the hallway. And then she heard it, the sound of Adam speaking in hushed tones on the phone. I've taken care of everything, Adam was saying. She won't suspect a thing. Once it's done, we'll be free. Lily's blood ran cold. Who was he talking to? And what did he mean by we'll be free? She knew one thing for sure. Adam wasn't planning to let her go easily. The next morning, Adam was unnaturally sweet. Too sweet. He kissed her on the cheek, smiled in a way that felt almost rehearsed, and insisted on making their anniversary perfect. He mentioned plans for the evening and suggested a private getaway for the two of them afterward. Lily, ever the perceptive woman, knew something was very wrong. His sudden kindness, his eagerness, it felt like a mask. Something was coming, and it wasn't going to be pleasant. She needed answers, and she needed them fast. As Adam rushed out of the apartment to work, Lily noticed his phone lying carelessly on the counter. She told herself she wasn't going to snoop. But then, the temptation became too strong. She picked it up. There, staring back at her from the screen, was a reminder. Call S at 11 a.m. Who the hell was S? Lily's heart skipped a beat. She already had suspicions, but this was confirmation. She knew it was time to confront the truth. When Adam returned home, she asked him casually, Who's S in your contacts? For a moment, Adam froze. His face, which had been so relaxed moments before, twisted into a mask of panic. He quickly recovered, but it was too late. His left eye twitched, the telltale sign that he was lying. It's just a colleague from work, he muttered, his voice faltering. A guy I've been in touch with about a project. Nothing serious. Lily didn't believe him. She didn't need to. She knew him better than anyone. Later that night, as Adam went to the bathroom, Lily sat down at his desk. She opened his laptop, her fingers trembling slightly as she tried to access his browser history. Adam had always been careless about his passwords, so she tried the date they had met, but nothing. She tried his birthday, nothing. His mother's birthday, nothing. Then, on a hunch, Lily typed in their wedding date, but in reverse. It worked. The screen unlocked, and there it was. Search after search, hidden in plain sight. How to divorce when shared assets exist. Spousal rights in property division. Legal advice for separation. Lily's stomach dropped as she scrolled. She could see it now. Adam wasn't just leaving her. He was making sure he took everything he could from her. The condo, their savings, everything they had built together. And then, there was the list of questions on how to keep the condo in a divorce. It was all part of the plan. Suddenly, Lily's phone rang, breaking her out of her stupor. It was her friend, Grace. "Lily, I've got something you need to know," Grace said urgently. "I saw Adam. He was at a jeweler's today with a woman. She's young, blonde, wearing expensive clothes. They were looking at rings. They were practically all over each other. I think he's been seeing her for a while." Lily's hand clenched around the phone. She didn't feel the sting of betrayal anymore. It had turned into something else, cold determination. "Thank you," she said softly. Hanging up. The next day, Lily took matters into her own hands. She went to a trusted family lawyer, Derek. He confirmed something she hadn't wanted to believe. Adam and his mother had been plotting behind her back. They were trying to take the condo and Lily's assets without her knowledge. But Lily wasn't going down without a fight. She began secretly transferring money into an account only in her name, moved her most valuable assets, and ensured that Adam couldn't get his hands on anything else. She also obtained documentation proving that the condo was a gift from her parents, a premarital asset, and thus legally hers. Days later, the anniversary party arrived. Mark thought he had everything in control. He had reserved a lavish ballroom at the Watergate Hotel, the best champagne, the finest food. It was supposed to be the grand finale of his betrayal. But Lily wasn't going to play her part in his drama. When Adam stood up to make his speech, Lily was ready. She had everything prepared, the documents, the evidence, the truth. He smiled, a devilish grin on his face. "It's been 25 years, but it's time to admit the truth. I can't do this anymore. I found someone who truly understands me." Lily stood up calmly, her eyes locked with his. She walked to the front of the room, took the microphone from his hands, and faced the crowd. "Thank you, Adam," she said, her voice calm, but filled with authority. "But I think it's time the truth came out." The room went silent as Lily revealed everything. She spoke of the affair, the lawyer, the loans, and the plans to take her condo. She even showed the documents proving the condo was hers, long before Adam had entered her life. Adam's face turned pale. He stammered, trying to interrupt. But Lily was on a roll now. She continued, "This isn't just about a divorce. It's about deception. And I won't let you get away with it. You wanted a clean break. Well, I'm making sure the truth is known." The guests were shocked. Some were whispering, others were openly angry. Adam's smug smile disappeared as quickly as it had appeared. His mother, Celeste, tried to step in, but it was too late. Lily had won, and the crowd knew it. With her newfound freedom and independence, Lily walked out of the ballroom, leaving Adam to face the chaos he had created. But she wasn't done yet. The divorce proceedings were quick, but brutal. The judge ruled that the condo was hers, and Adam was left with nothing but the cabin and a few old possessions. And the mistress? Well, she was no longer in the picture. Months later, Lily was living in her own beautiful new home, a place where she was free from Adam's lies. Her business, once a dream, was now thriving. She had her peace, her dignity, and most importantly, she had her future. Meanwhile, Adam? He was no longer the successful man he once claimed to be. His job was gone, his reputation ruined, and he was left to live a life of regret. But Lily didn't care. She had won the one thing that mattered most her life, on her own terms.